right, so now you're in Florida. You have a full-time referee gig. Florida's a hotbed. Can you tell us a little bit about how Florida life was, what it was like being in your home?
When you say hotbed, I really mean it was a hotbed.
Absolutely.
We had people calling. I ended up making it up to assistant booker, which is a pretty big thing back in the 80s to be in the pro wrestling business.
Was Dusty, he was the booker in your assistant?
No, Dusty had left already to go to Ted Turner.
Okay.
And my wife was sick at the time.
Okay.
My wife just gave birth to a child. My daughter's 28 years old now. My wife had kidney failure. She was sick for 2 years. I couldn't leave the state. You know, Dusty said, come on, Fonzie, you can bring your wife up and we'll do the medical up there. But unfortunately, she passed away at the age of 22. So it was a big loss for me. This is all heartfelt. So, and it was pretty tough, so I couldn't leave.
Yeah.
I had to attend to my wife. I couldn't leave, you know. We did 2 kidney transplants.
Wow.
It was a big thing. I mean, she was 20 years old when she got sick, and the doctors were going crazy to try to fix this girl. She just gave birth, new kid, so she was priority patient. If you're 48, you're at the down here. Yeah,
she's still young, had time to recover, had kids, everything.
So they tried hard. Unfortunately, we lost her, but I have a beautiful daughter who looks just like her, so life carried on. My life in Florida was great. It ended up, you know, when I started in 1980, May 1980, here's the roster. I'm just going to name some guys off the top of my head who I remember. Bobo Brazil, Jack and Jerry Briscoe, Rocky Johnson, guys like that. Jody Hamilton, which is the Masked Assassin, Dusty Rhodes. Any name that I name would be big names if you know wrestling.
Oh yeah, those are huge. I mean, those are huge.
Huge names. So, like Bobo Brazil was on his end of his career. He was walking like this. You know what I mean? His knees were all messed up, were all fucked up. I can say fuck this video.
You want your video?
Beep it out.
He's extreme. That's what he does.
But if we want to market it to Walmart. Hopefully, Walmart. We can beep it or make an edited version, producer's version, and easy version. You know
and instead of saying fuck, we can just put the word Kmart in there if you're marketing it to Walmart. It's all Kmarted up.
All right. So it was a hotbed, like you said. That was just some of the guys. Valentine, Greg, Angelo Mosca, you know, Kevin Sullivan, Mark Lewin, which was the Purple Haze, Rob Roop. Oh, I got a program in my car that I'll read a card out to you. But it changed every 2 or 3 months. One guy left and one guy came in. So they were banging on the door, trying to get in the company, Andrew. They were trying, but you know, we only had room for 18 guys, 19 guys, because Dusty had tried to get it compact down to make more money for the company. And the company owners, besides Eddie Graham, didn't like Dusty because he was big budgeted. And these old timers from the 60s and 70s who had part ownership with Eddie didn't like Dusty's spending habits. Like Dusty because he was selling out, but didn't like Dusty's spending habits.
Yeah, but to sell out, you got to get the big names.
Right,
Vince McMahon learned that.
The old guys said we can sell out without flying this guy in. No, you couldn't.
Yeah, you do have to bring the names
in. We had to have a package deal. So I learned from all these guys. That's how, you know, so it was like going to school. I should have paid them. I should have paid Eddie Graham for World Championship Wrestling. I should have paid them, but I was making, on a good night, $100. I was guaranteed $50. Anything over 200 miles was $60. So if I worked 7 days times 5, you know, $350, whatever.
Yeah, and that's amazing because indie refs nowadays, you're lucky if you get $20 for showing up. But you're getting 100, 200 people in an event, by comparison.
We're doing good business.
Well, that was big time territory.
And I never made over a couple $100, like a big sellout at the Bayfront Center. Remember, tickets were $3. General admission. You know, ringside was $5. So the money wasn't, even though there was 1,000 people there.
But for that era, that's really good pay. I mean, you must have really been passing some gates.
Least money I made was $350. We worked 7 days a week, and you want a day off, you better get it clear with Dusty way in advance because he didn't take a day off.
He could find someone else.
They'll find someone. I didn't take a day off for maybe 3 years without asking for a day off unless my wife was sick or something like that, which they understood that was priority. Families first. Yeah. A real emergency. Yeah. Not a bullshit family, not a bullshit thing. Sick, then you go right away and you got your job secured. But I was trained by all these guys, Mike Graham, Steve Kerr, all these guys, Dusty Rhodes, all these great minds. Eddie Farhad, they used to bring the Giant in, Abdullah the Butcher, you know, the midgets, the girls, you know, the women's champion. Who is she? Mula. She used to kiss me every time and put big red lipstick.
She wore a lot of lipstick.
Yeah,
a lot of foundation, a lot of
old, God bless her, and I love
beautiful red hair.
She was old back then when I started. So she'd always kiss me every time. She used to not make me mad. I was embarrassed. Now, I know it's work, but you know, she just put these big, saying, make sure I win. You know, give me a big kiss right here. I'll never forget as long as I live. So
can you, before we go too far, can you tell a couple Dusty stories? Because everybody loves to hear Dusty stories.
Oh, Dusty was great. Dusty was real punctual. And he ran his ship like a ship. I mean, he was the boss. Barry Windham was the quarterback. Scott McGee was the receiver. Mike Rotundo was the line. You know what I mean? We had our places. There was no, but we were one big family. And everybody knew, you know, don't be late, don't do this, don't do that, show up, work hard. 6 matches, 5 matches on the spot show, which would be a Friday night at a high school gym in Kendall, Miami. On Saturday, it could be the Bayfront Center, like I said. And, so it was pretty hard work ethics. Dusty made sure we did. And I remember specifically one night in Eddie Graham Sports Complex in Orlando, sold out. Sold out. So I get there, I was the head referee. So, and the bad guys and the good guys, heels and baby faces, would get dressed in separate dressing rooms. So the referee's job was to go to the booker, which was Dusty, at 7 o'clock. That was what time you were supposed to report in. They didn't have a sign-in sheet, but get there at 7. I'd go right to Dusty. He'd give me the card. I'd carry the card over to the heel side and give them the card and all that. Rooms back and all that. So I had a very important job. I remember one guy's job was on the line. Said, Fonzie, if you didn't tell him, you're fired. If you did tell him, you're fired. I said, I can tell you what I told him backwards. I was so good. My mind was like a Memorex. You know, I've been doing this for 6 years now.
You had it down.
You don't tell me something, I don't do nothing out. 2 tackles, drop down, leapfrog, bam, 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 off the top rope, referee looks, hit him with a chair, boom, 1, 2, 3. I don't miss a beat. I can carry 7 finishes over for 7 matches in all the high spots at one time. So, back to Dusty, it was Eddie Graham Sports Complex, Orlando, sold out. Dusty was on top, and I got there at 7:15, and Dusty was pissed. He said, he was going like this when I walked in. 7:15, what's the problem? I said, Dusty, it's sold out. The line, I couldn't get in. He said, leave your house an hour early.
That's great. Let's go on, and in the next chapter we'll talk more about Florida and development there.
That's the story where I sucker punched him and where Barry got shot.
I can't wait to hear that.